What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Target MMA. I'm your host, Rob. I'm here to give you my picks and predictions for Vegas 119. Horiguchi taking on Manel Kape. Let's get into the breakdown. Opening up Vegas 119, we have two debutants. We have Shane Collins taking on OTARI TANZILOVI. Shane Collins is 7-0 in his professional career, but he has 2 losses in his amateur. Now, the important thing is that we've seen those losses. You see an undefeated fighter, you're like, okay, how does he look in a loss? Well, here it is. He got dropped early in one of those losses. He recovered, dogged it out, lost a split decision. Now, if you watch that fight, you could see that he's a gamer. He's ready to come forward. He's ready to swing. Now, if you see his last 2 fights, he has knockout power, but that's not his bread and butter. He's not really a big one-punch Alex Pereira knockout kind of guy. But he does mix it in very well. He'll come to the center of the octagon. He'll pressure forward. He will show some feints. He'll mix in some striking with some leg kicks. But he does want to ultimately get you to a clinch. And he wants to take you down, and he wants to put beats on you. Now, you'll see the submission on his record. And he could get submissions. He will scramble for submissions. And another thing is, he could be taken down, but he's always working. He's always scrambling. And he can go for a hard 3 rounds. He has great cardio. Now, he's taking on OTARI TANZILOVI, who's 10-1. This man is more of a karate-esque leg kicking kind of guy, kickboxer. Now, he is the dog. He's almost a 2-1 dog now, and I could see why. You know, he's pretty low volume. He is light on his feet. Now, he has 7 KOs on his record, and those are from leg kicks. I haven't really seen him mix too much of the striking or the wrestling too much, but if you do try to take him down, he has some dangerous knees up the middle. He's very patient, but he can be taken down, and that's why ultimately we're going with Shane Collins here, because one wants to push the pace and get you taken down. The other person can be taken down. You could work on him. Now, his cardio is also questionable, Atari's cardio. And that's something you have to worry about, because if he tries to push the pace early with Shane, or Shane's just dogging him first round, and Atari starts getting tired, Shane can work him for the 3 rounds on the ground. If he doesn't get the finish, I can see a late finish, maybe a unanimous decision here. We're going with Shane Collins. Medium high confidence. Next up in the women's bantamweight division, we have number 8, KAROL ROSA taking on number 11, LUANA SANTOS. KAROL ROSA is a Muay Thai striker. She's 19-7. She's coming off of that decision win against Nora Cornoli. She's a stalking striker. She likes to close the distance. She likes to mix in her strikes, her kicks. She loves that low kick. It's pretty fast, snapping. She can shoot takedowns, and we saw her go against Jocelyn Edwards because she knew she was the more dangerous fighter. So she shot a quick double leg takedown roughly 5 years ago. But if you're doing as much tape study and you're breaking down these fights from a long time ago, you pick up on what they're capable of. Although she is a Muay Thai striker, she does mix in her takedowns. Now, she has fought the better competition. She has decent cardio. Although she can be taken down, we've seen that in the Eileen Perez fight. But she doesn't always accept bottom position. She will fend off the takedown threat, as we've seen in that fight. I think she got taken down twice, but she fended off like 8, 9 takedowns. She did a really good job at defending them. She's taking on LUANA SANTOS. She is 10-2 in her professional career. She is the underdog at plus 100. They're very close odds here. Surprisingly, LUANA SANTOS is a judo practitioner. So that means she wants to close the distance. She wants to shoot takedowns. Not shoot takedowns, I'm sorry. She wants to close the distance, work the clinch, and throw you to the ground. Not take you down, but take you down. Now, she does have 5 submissions on her resume. She is dangerous on the ground. She has 1 knockout win, which it's okay. You know, she's not the most dangerous. She has decent striking, but there's not too much power behind it. She has decent counters, good takedown defense, but when she is taken down, she also has good submission defense. But I don't think she really has to worry about the takedown threat here. Karol Rosa, she doesn't always shoot for takedowns. She likes to keep it upright. She likes to stalk you down, throw the leg kicks, come forward with some 1 and 2s. And LUANA Santos doesn't have the best striking defense. She does get hit quite a bit. I'm gonna go low medium confidence for Karol Rosa. Yeah, I think that's the pick here. I don't see LUANA being that decent of a fighter, even though she's 10-2. She has a decent record. I'm not big on her. I think Karol Rosa gets it done here. Next up, we're going to the middleweight division. We have LEVAN CHOKHELI taking on Leon SHAHBAZYAN. Another double debut on this UFC card, back to back. Now, LEVAN CHOKHELI is 14-3. He's a pretty dangerous striker. Well, more of a brawler. He swings a little wild. He does have a nice bladed stance. He a little heavy on his front foot, if you ask me. But if he doesn't get you out in the first round, he might be in danger. He slows down tremendously. The good news is he is pretty durable, and he also has good takedown defense. He doesn't accept positions on the ground. He has very strong hips. So if you try to shoot a takedown, he could just throw you off of him. Now, he does have some snapping leg kicks. He does have leg kick knockouts from front kicks. He likes that front kick. Now, he does, like I said, he has questionable cardio. So he has one round 2 knockout. But from the tape studies, he tends to slow down. He round 2 and 3, you see him breathing a little heavy. He's not throwing as much as he was, you know. But good thing is he's taking on Leon SHAHBAZYAN. Although SHAHBAZYAN is 6'4" compared to CHOKHELI 6'1", he's not the most dangerous. You'll see his record and see 11 submissions, and you would think that he's some kind of submission artist. He'll take you down. He's gonna submit you. He doesn't do that. He plays like the long game. He's a long man style, stands very upright, and he likes to throw kicks. He has more of the Daniel Zellhuber style. If you watch that Michael Johnson fight, spamming leg kicks. Now, the one thing I will say, he has a very powerful left hook, but he doesn't use that to just knock out his opponents. He'll drop them and then submit them. Now, you see those 11 submissions, and you think he's some dangerous grappler. But if you watch the studies, he jumps guillotine a lot. He jumps guillotine more than Dustin Poirier, but he actually gets them. I'm not sure if it's low fight IQ from his opponents, or is he just that good and he knows what he's doing. But he'll drop his opponents, or if his opponents try to take him down, he looks for that guillotine. Thankfully for CHOKHELI, CHOKHELI doesn't shoot takedowns, so we don't have to really worry about that guillotine unless he gets caught. Now, we saw CHOKHELI in danger against Larkin 2 fights ago in Bellator, where he was clipped and then eventually put out. Now, he does, Leon SHAHBAZYAN does push the pace a little bit to where he tries to get into the clinch, but not so much. He does like his range, but once he gets in that clinch, he's looking for knees and he's looking for that guillotine. He loves that guillotine. I promise you, he will look for it adamantly. Maybe not in this fight because this is a clash of styles, if you will, but he's a lengthy, long fighter here. But I'm gonna lean CHOKHELI to get it done by knockout round 1 because there's zero head movement coming from Leon SHAHBAZYAN. Although he might keep that range, I don't know. CHOKHELI, if you will, reminds me of Rebecca. The way he swings wild, he slows down, but I think he's dangerous enough to get this done. I'm going CHOKHELI to take out Leon SHAHBAZYAN. Medium confidence. Low, medium-ish. Yeah. Next up on Vegas 119, we have Gaston Bolanos taking on Michael Aswell in the featherweight division. Gaston Bolanos, 8-5 in his professional career. It's not the best record. He does like to snap his leg kicks. He is pretty has decent power. 6 out of his 8 wins are by knockout, but he's not very high volume. If you let him stand at range, he's going to snap leg kicks at your body. He doesn't throw too many strikes, but when you do engage him in the pocket and you engage a clinch, or he engages the clinch, he's going to use a Muay Thai clinch, and he's going to throw knees, elbows. He's going to try to hit you. He does have questionable takedown defense, although he's not going to have to worry about it in this matchup. He's taking on Michael ASWELL, who's 11-4. He's a huge favorite in this, and it's just because of the matchup. You know, Bolanos is not that good, but Michael ASWELL is not that good either. He's more of a boxer, brawling style. You know, he has 6 knockouts on his record. I'm sorry. Let me switch the page here. He has 6 knockouts on his record and 5 decisions. So he's not looking for submissions. Neither of these guys are looking for submissions. And if you want to know, yes, I have a notebook. It's a handy dandy notebook. I've been watching these fights all day. I've been breaking down what their pros, their cons. This is what I do, so I could bring you content, so I can give you these picks, so we could all win every weekend. So now, back to the breakdown. He is a high volume, quick striker. He is coming off of that loss to what was that guy's name? Let me see. Let me look it up. He's coming off of that loss to Luke Riley, but Luke Riley's on the rise. He's a heavy-handed boxer as well, and he's in the same training camp as Paddy Pimblett. They're training partners. He has a good chin. You know, fighting against Luke Riley will put many people out. Could not put Michael ASWELL out. Doesn't even flinch when he gets hit. Now, he's very light on his feet. He has good head movement. Can't say much for Gaston Bolanos' head movement. He stands very upright and just spams kicks. Can't see my legs, but they're kicking over here. Now, he also could be taken down, but again, we don't have to worry about this. Both fighters also have good scrambles. They have good submission defense. Again, not relevant in this fight because neither fighter is going to take this to the ground unless they're going for ground and pounds, but they're not going for submissions. And ASWELL likes the looping punches. He's not a very technical striker. He's not going to do jab, jab, 1-2s. He's not doing that. But he has very good head movement. I'm going to lean Michael ASWELL here as a medium confidence. I think the odds are a little too crazy because, again, I don't think either fighter is that good. Just one is slightly better than the other. I think it will lean towards a decision because I don't see Bolanos getting put out, and that's all ASWELL's going to do is just strike. So I think Michael ASWELL by decision makes sense here. But the pick is just money line it as a parlay piece. Not too confident for this fight. I'm probably not betting on this fight. It's almost not worth it, honestly. Next up, we have the flyweight division. We have ALLAN NASCIMENTO, 22-6, taking on Mitch Raposo, who's 10-3. ALLAN NASCIMENTO, he's going to be the favorite here, but only slightly. He's a minus 200. He's 34 years old. He's about 5'8", and like 5'8 and a half, and he has a 69.5-inch reach advantage. That's pretty significant because Mitch Raposo is much smaller. Mitch Raposo is 5'5" with a 64.5-inch reach. So we're going by about 3 inches on height, 5 inches in reach. That's a significant reach advantage. He has 2 TKOs on his record with 15 submissions. This man is a grappler who has snapping leg kicks. He's going to come forward. He's not going to throw too much, but when he kicks, he hurts. When he fought Tagir Ulanbekov, you could see how much that hurt. His leg was chewed up. He had redness all throughout his leg. Now, along with his grappling, when he takes you down, he is a better hammer than he is a nail because you could take him down. He doesn't reverse too many positions, but when he is on top, he is heavy, and he is looking for a submission. Now, he is very fast, I'll give him that, and he does work off his feet, and he has good cardio to go a hard 3 rounds. Now, Mitch Raposo, he has 4 TKOs and 3 submissions. He is fairly dangerous, and you can see he has decent power in his hands. He likes to wing punches, and he's always on his bicycle. He's always running, sidestepping around the ring. Now, he can shoot takedowns. We saw what he did to Jake Hadley, and I was surprised. I thought this man was just a heavy-handed striker for the most part, but you do see that he is very heavy on that lead leg. Now, this is where it gets a little confusing for me, and I'm a little bit torn, and I am leaning towards ALLAN NASCIMENTO, but this is where I'm torn, because ALLAN has that leg kick that is very devastating, and you could see Mitch, who's heavy on that lead leg, so if he starts snapping those leg kicks, he might tear up Mitch's leg, slow him down off that bike, maybe pop one of his tires, and then he's going to shoot the takedown, and he could get this submission. He's a dangerous, dangerous grappler. Now, again, where it gets a little confusing, just slightly confusing. Like I said, he's a better hammer than he is a nail, and we watched Mitch Raposo take people down. And what happens when Nascimento is on his back? He does throw up some submissions, but he does tend to lay there. So the pick is going to be ALLAN NASCIMENTO, but only a slight lean, because if Mitch could actually get his hands going and mix in the hands with the takedown, he might have some success here. But now, if ALLAN does get that leg kick going, he might chew up that lead leg, might actually get a TKO because of how devastating. You see how much weight Mitch is putting on that leg. Slight lean, ALLAN NASCIMENTO. Next up on UFC Vegas 119, we have Bia Mesquita taking on Melissa Mullins. Bia Mesquita is 7-0, and she is one of the most accomplished female grapplers in this sport. She is a BJJ black belt, and she shows it. She wants to come forward. She has decent head movement, but she likes to come forward, and she's working for that takedown. Her striking's not that good, but she doesn't need it. She's trying to push the pace and then just take you down. She is a bit chinny. Watching some of her fights, when she gets clipped, she gets wobbled, but she recovers and she continues that game plan. She has 1 TKO on her win, so if you look at it, play her by submission, gotta be careful because she likes to ground and pound sometimes. So I will be curious of how this fight's gonna go, because she's taking on Melissa Mullins, who is a plus 450 dog, probably for a reason. She's 7-2, and she has okay striking, but ultimately she wants to push a pace, and she wants to clinch you up and take you down. She doesn't have the best grappling as a Bia Mesquita. She's going to be outmatched on the ground. She probably has a lot more success on the feet here. If she had more power, if she was a better striker with great takedown defense, I might actually splash Mullins. But she doesn't. Woulda, coulda, shoulda, but she doesn't. So the pick is going to be Bia Mesquita, and probably by finish, probably by sub. If her line is over 1.5 again, I'm going to lose it. Because last time I bet the over, and she smoked this girl. So the pick is Bia Mesquita. Should be a confident pick here. Next up, for our featured prelim of the night, we have Kevin Borjas taking on Andre Lima. Kevin Borjas, 10-5. He is the underdog. He's a huge underdog. Plus 500 over here. Now, he's 10-5. He has 8 TKOs out of his 10 wins. This man is a heavy-handed striker. He has a nice high guard. He's light on his feet. He's pretty technical. He'll mix in boxing between the body and his head. He does knee in the clinch when you get him there. Now, we've seen him have some dog in him. Like, he gets hit and he has good recovery. He comes back. He doesn't give up on himself. It's good for betting on somebody, especially a nice underdog here. Now, he does set up that right hand. That right hand is his bread and butter. He likes to use that. We've seen him get into some trouble with those leg kicks, though. That's one thing that's very concerning in this fight, because Andre Lima likes to do that. Andre Lima is a kickboxer. Now, he is 11-0 with 5 TKO wins, 4 decisions, and 1 submission win, surprisingly. Now, he also has snapping leg kicks that he's going to use here, and he's going to beat up on Borjas' leg. He can be taken down. He doesn't really accept bottom position too much because you can't really sub him. He has good submission defense. He's 11-0 for a reason. But in his debut, before he got bit, he was taken down quite a few times. And I'm interested to see when he goes against somebody that has good grappling and good wrestling, because that might just take his O. Now, he has decent power and he's pretty accurate. Those leg kicks, watch out for those leg kicks, because we've seen Borjas actually be finished because of that before. So that's going to play a big factor here. I think Andre Lima is a medium-high confidence pick here for me. Maybe decision, because I said Borjas is a dog. Maybe a TKO, but we'll see what happens. Opening up our main card, we have Andre Fili taking on Vinicius Oliveira. Andre Fili is 25-13. He is the plus 230 underdog in this matchup. He's coming up on short notice, so it's a bit of a concern because he's taking on somebody as dangerous and as wild as a Vinicius Oliveira. Now, Vinicius Oliveira, he can be, like I said, he's wild. He swings wild. He keeps his hands low like a Bobby Green style, but he relies on his chin a little too heavy. His chin is a little bit suspicious. Out of his 4 losses, he got knocked out 3 times. And he doesn't have much of a gas tank. Now, he has good power, but that's about all that he has. We saw him getting taken down by Mario Batista, and that was a big deal for a lot of people, recognizing that his takedown defense is not that good. Or is it just a Mario Batista? We're going to find out in the future when he fights another grappler, another wrestler. He's going to get taken down and mauled. But he has to work on that cardio because he's a big guy. He's taking on Andre Fili. Andre Fili, he is a vet in the sport by now. This man has fought the who's who. He has 10 TKOs out of his 25 wins, but he has 3 submissions. He's gone to the decision 12 times. This man has fought often enough. Now, he can be hit, which is a sketchy thing for me, because getting hit by Vinicius, you might not come back from it. Now, he does like to switch stances. He's pretty technical. Now, you have to watch out for that left hook. He has a powerful left hook. If Vinicius comes forward, swings wild as he normally does, and Andre, as technical as he is, comes forward with that left hook, he might just put him out. Now, Andre's another person who could be taken down, but he has great cardio, so I could see a late finish for Fili here. I could see Fili getting a round 2, round 3 knockout. I'm actually picking the underdog in this fight. I'm going to put him in some parlays, and I'm probably going to splash a little bit for a round 3 knockout. I do like Fili in this matchup. I think Vinicius is a little too wild to trust with your money. Yeah, let's go touchy-feely. Next up, we go to the featherweight division. We have MELSIK BAGHDASARYAN taking on MURTAZALI and MAGOMEDOV. Say that 3 times fast. MURTAZALI is a 10-0 prospect. He's a big favorite on this card, probably for good reason. He is a dangerous prospect. Now, he has 5 TKOs and 5 submissions. He has plenty of first-round finishes, but we've seen him go long. We've seen a couple of round 2 finishes, a couple of round 3 finishes. This man keeps his hands high. He has a stalking pressure. He likes to come forward. He's incredibly dangerous with his hands, with his feet, everywhere, on the ground. If you do take him down, which you can, he creates scrambles, and he'll try to get you out of there on his back too. He does have a bit of a questionable chin. We've seen him hurt, but we've seen him recover. He has a decent enough cardio. He keeps power in round 3, that's pretty good. That's pretty impressive to see. That's something you want to see in a fighter. You don't want to see somebody like CHOKHELI that's like first round knockout or bust. We don't want to see that, especially if this guy is undefeated. There are a lot of undefeated fighters in here, and whose O is going to go this weekend? I don't think many. He's taken on MELSIK Baghdasaryan, who is an 8-3 fighter. He's the plus 255 dog here. MELSIK hasn't fought in over a year, and the last time we saw him, well, not the last time, but what we saw last was against Gene Silva, and Gene Silva beat the crap out of him. That might happen here too. He might just be for the show, for the highlight here. Now, MELSIK is a kickboxer. He has that karate style. He's very loose on his feet. He has a decent chin. He's very technical when he wants to do, where he wants to land his kicks, land his punches. He has 1 TKO loss out of the 3. And that's to Gene Silva, who's a dangerous fighter. Now, I'm going MURTAZALI here, but I don't know. I am questioning how good MELSIK's chin is. Has he fought anybody as dangerous? I don't believe so. We're going with MURTAZALI with medium high confidence here. The 10-0 does gives you a little pause. You know, you get a little worried when you're looking at these fighters and you're like, undefeated, like who have they fought? But the pick is MURTAZALI. We have Christian Rodriguez taking on HYDER Emil. Christian Rodriguez is 12-4 in his professional career. He is known as the prospect killer. He is almost a 2-1 favorite here, and for good reason. He has good clinch work. He wants to work for the takedowns. He has decent striking and good cardio, but he can be hittable. He can be hit, and that gives you concern here because he could get sucked into a brawl, and then you're swinging wild. Now, you don't want to do that against HYDER Emil. He's 11-2. He's named the Hurricane for a reason. Once the man goes, he goes. And once he starts swinging heavy, you might be worried about your parlay at that moment because he might knock your boy out. And I'm afraid for that because I'm picking Christian Rodriguez here. I want Christian to play his own game. You come forward, you know, be technical with your kicks, technical with your strikings, get the clinch, take the man down, wear on him, get rid of some of that power. Because HYDER Emil is a feast or famine type of guy. He's going to come forward and he is going to work. He is going to swing. He's not going to try to clinch you as much as Christian will. Because we saw Christian go against Andre Fili, and that didn't look good. That was not a good look. You're getting touched up by somebody that has decent power. The pick is Christian Rodriguez with a caution here. I do not want him to get into a brawl with this man because this man will knock you out. Next up is our co-main event of the evening. It's the light heavyweight division. We have Navajo Sterling taking on Iwan Cutelaba. Navajo Sterling, 9-0. Again, another undefeated fighter here. He has good cardio. He has decent power in his hands, but he's not a headhunter. He will be a very patient striker. He's going to come in there. He'll mix in some leg kicks. If you get too close, mixing in those teep kicks. I like those teep kicks. Now, as I say, he's very patient. He's going to strike a couple of 1-2s, couple of leg kicks. He rips to the body, rips to the head. But if he has you hurt, he will sense blood and come for the finish. He is coming off of his first UFC knockout win. And I'm surprised. I mean, Bruno Lopez is a pretty good fighter, but finally getting that knockout, he wanted that for a while. He's just been decision, back and forth. He has good takedown defense, and when he's on the floor, he will sprawl, he will scramble. He's good at getting up. Those leg kicks, they do hurt. You can see them snapping. You can hear the thudding sound. He has 5 knockouts on his record and 4 decisions. He is the minus 310 favorite here. He's taking on Iwan Cutelaba, who's fought the who's who. The man is 20-11-1. He's a plus 250 dog here. He's pretty strong in the clinch. He does create some brawls. He likes to get in your face, make it dirty. Sometimes he'll switch stances. He has some power on his in his hands, and he's pretty light on his feet. He has good takedown defense himself. He's probably going to be the one to initiate the takedowns here. Navajo is not much of a grappler or a wrestler. Cutelaba has that Greco-Roman base though, so if he gets close to you, he's going to try to take you down. But he will brawl. Sometimes he has a little low fight IQ moments where he doesn't mix in both very well. He doesn't know when to do the other. Sometimes he's a wrestler, sometimes he's a striker. He doesn't mix in his styles very well. They clash more than anything. He will go for ground and pounds or submissions. Now, when he is on his back, he is a fish out of water. He is a better hammer than he is a nail in that aspect. The pick is going to be Navajo. This is a decent fight, though, because, like I said, Cutelab's fought the who's who, but Navajo has been fighting a good level of competition here so far. He's been tested with his wrestling. He's been tested in the striking. If I had to pick, a lot of Cutelab's fights don't go the distance, so Sterling might be up for another knockout here. And Cutelaba has shown some signs of wear and tear. He has been hit and shown signs of being a bit chinny. We're gonna go Navajo here, probably by knockout. This is our main event of the evening, a rematch between Manel Kape and Kyoji Horiguchi. They fought almost 9 years ago. Now, you can't really use that as a base for your predictions, although people that have fought before and won have almost a 70% chance to win again. Again, they fought 9 years ago. You can't really count it too much. They've aged over the years. They've gained more experience. Manel Kape has gained tremendous value in the flyweight division. He's 22-7. He is the slight favorite here, but he is very dangerous. 14 TKOs, 5 submissions on his record. He has 2 sub losses, and one of them is to Kyoji Horiguchi. Manel Kape has dangerous power in his left hand. He is fighting on the southpaw. He does lean heavy on that front leg. He does have good counters. He does use his feints to close the distance, but he does have good range management if he needs it. If you try to take him down, he has good sprawls, but he can be taken down. He's taking on Kyoji Horiguchi, who's 36-5 in his professional career. This man has 41 fights, and he's only 35. He's not out of his prime. He still has a lot of fight years left here. He's the plus 130 dog. He has fought everybody all the way down to Demetrius Johnson. This was before my time even watching UFC. Now, he has snapping leg kicks. He has okay power on the feet, but that's not his bread and butter. He wants to work into a clinch, and he wants to take you down. He wants to beat you down. He's always on his bike. He's always circling the cage. He's similar to a Yusuf Zalal, where he's constantly mobile. He's moving. He's going to be the faster fighter here. He's going to be the faster one. He's going to snap the leg kicks, and he's going to try to shoot a takedown here and there if it's reasonable. My pick here is going to be Kyoji Horiguchi, my second dog pick of the night. And 2 of them are on the main card. I think he's going to be the faster striker here. May not be the more powerful, but he's much more experienced. He's much more polished. I'm going Kyoji Horiguchi. That's it for the breakdown, guys. Let me know if you're tailing any of my picks. And don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Hype the video. I'll see you guys soon for the best bets.